What's up, guys? This is BC Builds, and I just wanted to give a warning to people. This is about the different types of power supplies. It's not really a warning, it's just more of a common sense thing. But anyways, you can tell, I don't know, you guys saw it, there's a static button, power supply, and then an on-off one. This black foot pedal goes to this power supply, and when I touch the foot pedal, wait, wrong machine. It starts the machine, and when I let off the foot pedal, it stops the machine. This machine is hooked up to this power supply, which is set up on a static pedal, which means I touch the pedal and it turns it on, then I gotta touch it again to turn it off. Now, most people don't really think about it, but just because you have that functionality of it staying on means your machine's gonna run more than it would if you were just hitting the pedal and then letting go. The static pedal, you're just going to get used to that pedal and the machine running all the time, which just means your machine's going to have to do a lot more work. And if you're using a machine that has inferior coils or smaller coils, you know, like little stilted 8-wraps, you're going to overwork the shit out of your machine. Either if you have shitty coils or really small coils, leaving your machine on all the time and running it, it's going to heat your coils up really quick. As if you have shitty coils. If you have real copper wire, at least an 8-wrap, you're not going to have a problem, or a good 6-wrap. But if you're using Chinese coils that are just plated wire, or you're using really small stilted coils that are like 8-wrap stilted 1-inch, your machine's going to overheat if you run it too much. This machine will never heat up. I could run this for fucking 100 hours straight. It's just a beast machine. And same with this. I hand wrap these coils. None of my machines will actually overheat because they're all good coils and none of them are that small. Except for maybe the little 6-wrap stilted fine liner I have, that'll probably overheat. But that's just the thing to notice. When you have a static pedal, without even noticing it and thinking about it, your machine's going to spend a lot more time running than this, you know? Because say this, well, this isn't a liner, but, you know, say you do a line and you stop. You dip it in the ink, and then you start again. You know, at least with me, when I'm using a static pedal, you know, which is push on to turn on and push on to turn off again, I do a line. I don't shut it off and dip and then turn it back on. I just pull the line. If I run out of ink, dab it real quick, and go back to it. Now, it might not seem like that much time extra, but when you're adding that up, you know, a couple hundred dips, and, you know, the machine's basically running the entire time, you're going to heat your coils up a lot faster than you would if you were using a regular foot pedal. So it's not to ward you away from using a static foot pedal, because I think it's the greatest thing that ever happened to fucking power supplies, because, you know, so, like during long tattoos, sometimes I forget I gotta keep my foot on the pedal, or my feet start to hurt, or it's just a pain in the ass. It slides all over the place and you gotta keep pressure on it. But it's just a warning, you know, so if you're using a Chinese or inferior machine, or just really small coils, I wouldn't use a static button, because you will overheat the coils, and probably the first thing will go is the capacitor will burn out. I mean, your machine will lose all power, and it'll start sparking like crazy, and then, you know, if that doesn't happen, you're probably going to just start melting the wire on the inside. They will heat up to the point where they overheat. You know, when I first started tattooing, I had a cheap Chinese machine. You know, my mentor wanted to show me why it was bad, and he has a static button. He took the machine, put it on the stand thing, started it, and he ran it non-stop for about an hour and a half until the little thing, it started melting the bobbins in the cores. The thing started to smoke. That's just something you guys got to remember. So using a static button means your machine's going to be running twice as much as if you were using an on-off pedal. You know, not to say the static pedal's bad, because I love it, like I said, but it's just something to think about, you know. So as long as you got decent coils, you know, like real hand-wound magnetic wire, and they're not tiny, then you're not going to have a problem. Let me put these down. You know, all my machines have, you know, real nice coils on them. You know, if they didn't, I wrapped them myself. But even these, this is an 8-wrap coil set, but they're just so small. If I ran this with the static button all the time, this shit would definitely overheat.
So this is something I wouldn't use with the static button, or I just have to watch because they're just so small. When you're putting that amount of current through it, it's just, for that amount of time without giving it a few seconds to cool off. They'll cool off quick because the iron cores and, it disperses the heat pretty quickly. But if you're just running it constantly, this fucker would overheat quickly as hell. Or if these were Chinese coils, I don't know if I ever set out. I'm not going to find them. Just wanted to warn you guys. That's it, I'm out. I'm going to go make another video.